Fam, what's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Review on Kyle Henderson, Bama football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here for the afternoon tip. Let's get it on. A lot to dive into. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Is this live? Yes, this is live. I got T behind the glass. T, can you say what's up?
Hello, everybody.
All right, T is our producer. She's behind the glass. She had back at school today, getting her master's degree. So we appreciate her being behind the glass and helping here produce. Let's get some graphics up on the screen. First of all, is this live? Can we get up the picture of the new emojis that we got? We made an emoji legend. Can you share the screen? We made an emoji legend, basically to see what you guys are rocking with. So when you are a fan funder, inside the comment box to support the channel, you get access to different emojis. All right, now we can get a better photo of that, can't we? Is that like high res? All right, super chat in early to start the afternoon spot. I got myself, I think I got Coach Sean at 6. I got Jarek at 7, who was at the Buffalo game. And then we also have Smook on the late tip. Davis, Ohio State contacted saying the day Saban retired. Mac was replacement for Holstein, who transferred, not saying he left because Ohio State offered big cash. Yeah, there was a lot of people talking about that earlier. And by the way, here are the emojis, full screen. That's my email at the bottom. Is this live? So look, you got Smook. This is the staff. Okay. I am redoing. I'm getting an emoji that's redone. Can you move the banner? Everyone's asking for the banner to be moved. Okay, so we got Smook up top left. We're working left to right. Remember when the family photo that we had for Alabama football? Well, this is our family photo. Okay. Our family photo works like this. Up top left, you got Coach Smook. Then you got Coach Sean. Then you got Coach Jarek. I love when he comes in here with the hoodie. Then you got Ty. Looks like he's about to get married. And then you got T on the bottom left. She's our producer. You got Bill O'Brien with the rose in his mouth. That's Pete Golding. And see, this one is Kirby Smart, but you just can't. Wait, is this live? And then you got Kirby Smart, right? Lineups at the bottom of the screen. Oh, we need to change that ticker. I appreciate you guys being here. Kyle Henderson, Bama football on YouTube. Yeah, if you want to be a fan funder, go up to the top of the page, hit the hyperlink. If you're on your computer, you can actually buy fan funders for everybody in the chat. So the more we get, the better it is. So we can continue to bring you content right here at Bama football on YouTube. If we could bring up the new headlines for today and for this afternoon, there's actually quite a bit to dive into as you navigate the news and the notes. We go full screen on this. All right, so trending headlines today. Ryan Williams, the photo gallery. We should have some photos of him. But this photo on the left is like the coldest photo of recruiting. I think I have this full screen too that I can get just a full-size photo of this. And as you know, Ryan Williams was in town, brought his whole squad here. This photo is like, I love this photo. I want a photo like this with my family. Maybe with we do the exact same thing, but I get all like the crew here when they come in for A-Day. We do this exact same thing. You could reach out to the University of Alabama. Look, this is tight. You think your squad's tight? This squad's a lot tighter than yours. Man. Yeah, so this is great. Ryan Williams. This is his squad. So he has he's just coming off his official visit. I love this. This is my favorite recruiting photo so far. They even had like a Hollywood star, all future ballers. And you know who's the best is Lil Mama up front. I'm serious. Whoever did, like the media department does an amazing job. All right. Is this live emoji? That's what we need. Yeah, so I really like that. Back to the headlines of today. Coach KD on the recruiting trail. He's seen a lot of different guys from the class of 2025. But actually, Alabama has offered Khalil Jacobs. He's a prospect out of South Alabama. He's a linebacker. We talked about him earlier. Who is he? He's a linebacker that, I don't know, played at South Alabama. Looks pretty damn good to me. Is everybody good? No. But is this guy going to come in here and take someone's job? I don't think so, but you need depth. I like the fact that Khalil Jacobs, who was just offered today from the University of Alabama, he's out of Niceville. 6'2", 220 pounds, a couple of years of eligibility left. Saw action in 11 games. Says mostly special teams. But Kane Womack, hooking up one of his former players, offering him. I would assume that at some point in time, he comes to the University of Alabama for a visit. I don't know when that is. But someone to definitely keep an eye on the defensive side. I like it. Other news floating around this afternoon. I like this beat too. Do you see Tommy Rees? Tommy Rees is going to be the tight ends coach for the Browns. Former Alabama offensive coordinator who coached at Bama for just one season will be going to the NFL. I wonder if he feels like he should have taken the head coaching job at Indiana. I don't know. Probably better to go be the Browns tight end coach and then work your way back to being a head coach. I don't know. What do you get paid as a head football coach at Indiana? He's only 31 years old. We wish him the best. Do we have the graphic of Tyler Booker? He encourages fans. I think Charlie Potter of Bama Online wrote an article. What was an article off an interview from Tyler Booker? That's how things work. But he said that he's encouraging fans. And he said that no amount of money could deter him from leaving the University of Alabama. And Tyler Booker has been like the spokesman for the University of Alabama for this whole last season. And man, he exemplifies leadership. And I think a lot of the message that he's saying, like he's been talking highly about this team for a long time. Yeah, if we could zoom in on this. So this was from Charlie Potter. And again, you can read these articles on On3. Tyler Booker encourages fans to stay excited for the 2024 season. So this was actually a quote given on the next round. But he said, because I think he has an NIL deal through the next round, right? Yeah. Interview from the next round. So he's taken care of. He's got money coming in. I feel like we have everything in the house that we need to go for another national championship run. Everything is going to work out. Love it. Love the positivity. Yeah, so that was from the next round. On3 wrote about it, so you can go read it or watch it. What's up, Patriot Life? I see you inside the comment box, man. Appreciate it. Chattanooga is a dope city, too. I like it. Don't sleep on Chattanooga. All right, back to the headlines page. Tyler Booker is good, man. I remember rapping with him after the Rose Bowl. He's a man, for sure. After the game, I know it stung. I know it hurt to lose, but he handled everything with class. And he continues to be a leader of Alabama. I guess I'm curious. Chat, let me ask you this. Do you think that Tyler Booker moves to the tackle position for this coming season? I'll go back to the headlines page if we can. I don't know. Just asking you guys that, chat. I was kind of thinking, I was wondering if he goes to the right tackle position this coming year. I would like to see him there. Earlier today, we were talking about just kind of messing around with this, like Alabama's offense and the formations that they could rock with. He should be a tackle. I kind of feel he should be a tackle too. This is how we've been messing around with things on the formation front. All feedback welcomed inside the chat. You have Alabama's newest commit. Those are some weird emojis. All right, hit him up with the horns down, fam. Sandman, you're about to get bombarded. All right. Jeremy Bernard at the X position just committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide yesterday. And everyone was pissed off about this, the way it happened, because see, those horns down will come at you real quick. And everyone was mad about the way that it happened, like the commitment. So what I mean by this is, like, I think like reporters were mad. I didn't care. You can't control anything. Like the players really control all of this. And, you know, I get it. Like Hayes Fawcett and all these people, you know, who break the news, they're in competition with like the Pete Thamels or whoever, you know, the big dogs. You know, I don't know. But Pete Thamel, like, you know, you've been reading the news lately, and it's like this guy is expected to come. The thought is, the expectation is, right? Man, you got hit with the horns down hard. Ouch. See, we need one that's more impactful for Georgia, right? Like something that stings. Sandman, look at him. I like that, though. He's coming with it. So Pete Thamel said he's expected to commit to Alabama. We're talking about Jeremy Bernard. And then everyone is mad. And then they tweeted it out that he officially commits. I ain't care. I mean, it's like, who cares? Did he commit or not? I like this offensive setup. Ooh, 2nd and 26. How about a 4th and 31? How about a gravedigger? A pink dog? A doghouse emoji? Oh, yeah. Yeah, how about this? Because I want something more impactful for the emojis for Georgia. So give me your ideas, chat, inside the comment box, like a doghouse, a pink dog, Kirby Smart, like flipped upside down, something like that. All right. Elijah Pritchett at the tackle position, Rock Montgomery at guard, Parker Brailsford at center, Jaden Roberts at guard, Tyler Booker at the right tackle position, CJ Dupree. I mean, this is a really good offensive setup. Kendrick Law, Emmanuel Henderson. And I've been getting some feedback, like in some of my videos, and they're like, Kendrick Law, he's not going to do something this year. Neither is Emmanuel Henderson. I don't really know if I agree. Like, he's a pretty good player. And I was told actually by Holman Wiggins that Emmanuel Henderson was balling out. And so did actually Coach Saban. So unless they were lying, Kobe Prentice had sticky hands. Oh, that's not bad. Like a dog with like poop, but we could kind of like emphasize a little bit more. And they should have used Kendrick Law in a more creative way. I love the fact that they were like that jet sweep, but the problem was the jet sweep got called back for a penalty. I remember I never seen more touchdowns called back in my life. I had never seen more bad snaps in my life. Ooh, that elephant stomping a bulldog. That's not bad. See, Emmanuel is going to be an athlete no matter what he plays, but he needs to be a returner first. Emmanuel Henderson, he's nice, man. It's got to get him the football. It's got to have an opportunity. That's kind of how, you know, the offense was looking like. All right, Mr. Relevant. Oh, pacifier emoji. All right, let's see. KJ Lacey. Who is KJ Lacey? KJ Lacey is a 2025 quarterback that made an unofficial visit just this past weekend. A lot of people asking about Juju Lewis. All right, I'm gonna bring up him on 3. You can check this out. So he was re-offered by the coaching staff. Coach KD and company offered him. And he's a very talented quarterback. I believe he is currently committed to USC. Go full screen on this. So Julian Lewis is out of the class of 2025. Committed back on August of 2023. Just said today that he had a great conversation with Coach Grubb. Yeah, he is committed to USC, but he was offered by Bama today. I like it. This is good. This is a good one. So it kind of shows you the type of ballers that Coach KD is going after, right? And then you just had KJ Lacey in town too. So they want some guys that can move around too. Do we have a tweet of Julian Lewis? And I think he said, he just had a really good conversation with Ryan Grubhub. Tommy Reese is now the tight end coach of the Cleveland Browns. Yep, we just talked about that. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to come to Bama either, but at least they're going after him. You got to be aggressive from the jump, right? So that is Julian Lewis, who was just offered from Alabama, or re-offered by the staff. Beer cans and baddies. And I like that. I like beer cans and baddies. Yeah. Show that tweet. This was just tweeted out a little bit ago. DoorDash over Grubhub. I guess I agree with that. I haven't really, I don't really Grubhub. And they also have Uber Eats too. 5-star QB. No, it was the other one from actually Julian Lewis. Yeah, so these are the headlines. We'll go back to the headlines page right now here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Ryan Williams, everybody, he has the photos that have come in from his official visit. You're going to see more of those being posted on social media. We'll bring up the headlines. But what you have right here is Julian Lewis. Are we live, Barbie? We need an emoji of "Is this live?" Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I got the coaches back to back tonight. Starting I'm at 5, and then Coach Sean at 6, Jarek at 7, and Salmon wants an emoji of 27-24. That was their Super Bowl. That was Texas. That was the Texas Super Bowl. No, we didn't talk about Daniel Hill being locked in. Who is Daniel Hill? So Daniel Hill is an Alabama signee from the class of 2024. Why is this important? Well, Daniel Hill is this is let's see. So we got this is Daniel Hill right here. He's 240 pounds, and he posted his all-in graphic. Hey, cool. What's up? Thank you, Patriot Life. We appreciate you. Daniel Hill is 240 pounds, and I guess, considering all this movement about who's in, who's not in, and a player doesn't have to post anything by any means, but he said that he is all in. And this is Daniel Hill, 240-pound running back. Man, clearly the biggest back on the team. I can't believe he's 240 pounds. He looked really, really nice during the All-American game. Had a 12-yard touchdown. I was good. It was really good. So you have, when you look to the Alabama running back room, you have Justice Haynes, Jam Miller, Richard Young, Kevin Riley, and also Daniel Hill. That's a loaded running back room. And the thing about it is don't forget that these running backs eat in this offense. The running back at Washington, we've said it countless times, the guy had over 1,000 yards and over 12 touchdowns, 13. Any update on Noah Carter? Not yet. Still anticipating him to make an announcement to Alabama at some point in time. I don't know when that will be, but definitely trending towards Alabama. I think good news is coming on that one. We've had 3 commitments in a row, right? The guys that are in, feel good about them. All of those guys on the offensive side of the ball. Who will be Coach KD's first guy on defense? I don't know. As I said, Mac Brailsford and Jeremy Bernard are in. We talked about Coach KD, turning down the $9 million from Washington, and his official contract for the University of Alabama has not been released. But clearly, Hacker Music, this is what we're going over today. Like this afternoon, this was pretty much the news from like 1 to 5. Up at the top, you can work your way down. Ryan Williams photo gallery. That photo on the left broke the internet real quick. Coach KD on the recruiting trail, visiting a bunch of different guys. And the biggest news was that they re-offered Juju Lewis, who's a quarterback out of the class of 2025. Okay, cool. We'll check out that interview. Interview with Ryan Williams just posted. He said he's making a decision after Texas visits. Go look. Cool. All right, appreciate it. Thanks for the heads up on that. We'll send T to go out and check out that interview. Appreciate it. And we got the Daniel Hill is listed at 217, not 240. Thanks for that, because when I first saw that he was 240 somewhere, I was like, really? 240? 217 seems more likely from the photo that we just posted on Twitter. That makes more sense. Did I get 240 somewhere, or am I tripping? I thought he was 240. I was like, damn, where is the 240? But some dudes wear it well. Like, I would have never thought that Dallas Turner was 260 pounds. Some dudes just have like big bone density. I don't know. This is the photo I was talking about. Like, he definitely doesn't look 240 pounds there. I think out of the news that came up this afternoon, I guess I'm most interested in the fact that Alabama offered this defensive player from South Alabama. And I'm still curious to see which defensive player that Coach KD brings in first. I'm not surprised to see Tyler Booker getting fans pumped up. See, Hacker Music says, I'm not tripping. 247 says he's 337. Either way, he's a big dude. Rival said 217. Okay, what does on 3 say? All right, I'll look it up. I'll do the on 3 work. Daniel Hill on 3. Let's see. Oh, they have him at 235. Okay, so someone do the quick math. 235, 217, and 237. What's the average? That's his weight. All right. I'm gonna open up the call-in line just for a little while. Hey. Chat in. Yeah, we need an alert. I think we're gonna move to a new system soon. But we got a super chat in from Robert for $45, and he says, "Crushing it on Bama football news." Thank you so much, Robert. We appreciate you. We're gonna have a way to like show these on the screen at some point. But the Venmo is Bama_YouTube. Sean, what's up, man? Appreciate you. He's like, did anything happen today? This is kind of the news that we're tracking today. Tommy Rees is going to the Cleveland Browns. Tyler Booker encourages fans to stay locked in. KJ Lacey made an unofficial visit. That was yesterday. Ryan Williams' photo gallery is straight fire. Khalil, the most impactful news I would say is that Coach KD is on the road recruiting. Do we have a picture of Coach KD out there recruiting? By the way, I'm gonna show, like, this is a photo. I think I have him on the recruiting trail, but he loves this. Okay, yeah, let's bring this in tight. Yeah, okay. So what you have pictured right here, I think is what is that? St. Paul's? Yeah, St. Paul Saints. Okay, so you have Coach KD on the far right, and he's hitting the recruiting trail hard, making contacts, meeting these coaches. Love it, love the grind. Okay, so now you got to start to see like what these guys are rocking when they're out, and he loves this pullover that is it says Tide. He was wearing it as well at when he was introduced the other night for the basketball game. We need to get a Chris Mobley hoodie and get sponsored by them. Right? Chris Mobley, we're coming for you. Because you know what? I'm like a 3/4 zip guy. And that is a 3/4 zip that he loves. It says Tide. So that's a nice jacket too. And so on the left, that is Kane Womack, the defensive coordinator. So they're out there making connections, in the grind, recruiting for sure. Get that sponsor, bro. That charcoal jacket. charcoal jacket is fire. I like it too. Yeah, that is a nice jacket. And they've been rocking with a bunch of like old school jackets recently too. All right, so yeah, that's what's happening. It's kind of like Coaches on the Road. We're tracking that right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I like the gear. A lot of the retro gear too. Like I saw a Bama jacket yesterday that had like the old A style. Maybe I should start getting some of that stuff. I don't know, but the Chris Mobley, you're not going to work out like that. Quarter zip is, how much is that? Like 110? Probably like $120. They have really nice clothes. 100%. It's expensive, but it's nice. 180. I know it could. You're not lying. It could be 185. I know. I don't know how comfortable I feel spending about $185 about anything because, you know, I'm trying to hit up the Publix too. All right. We'll hit up the phone lines. 973. What's up? Let's do it. Hey, you're on the line with Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with and where are you calling in from?
Kyle, Chris in New Jersey.
What's up, Chris? I appreciate you.
Well, you know, I'm the more I'm looking at this situation with NIL, the more I think we've got to take a lot of steps back. Everybody in our fan base, in the chat is, and you know, I saw Coach smooking you with the Coach Prime tweet or whatever. Are you kidding me? If this guy got $3 million, God bless him, Caleb. I didn't want to lose Caleb Downs, but you know, who in the chat is making $3 million a year, Kyle? I mean, you know, and for Coach Prime to say, oh, he's looking for a bag of money. It's you know, college football with NIL is no different than the NFL at this point. So, and the reason why I'm saying this is that, you know, and I think this picture of Ryan Williams is lovely, but if Ryan Williams comes to Alabama, it should tell us all the most important thing, that we got NIL right now. Mm-hmm. And, you know, if all of a sudden, how did Ohio State all of a sudden have like this extra $15 million to spend on NIL? Mm-hmm. Did you see like, the running back from Ole Miss that left? He wanted an NIL raise.
Yeah, Judkins.
Well, I mean, what, you know, if you play like Bryce Young, you should probably get an NIL raise. And you notice like each year he kept on making more and more NIL money, which is, you know, that's the way it works, right? So, you know, look, all I care, you know, and somebody said, you know, I was switching back and forth today because, you know, some of us do have to work, Kyle. And, you know, somebody said Alabama is going to get NIL right by the spring, by next portal period, or maybe even now with, Michigan could be in trouble. I saw Coach Smook and Sean. There's a few players on Michigan they'd be happy to have on the Bama roster.
Chris, he's in New Jersey. He get clipped? Did someone from Texas clip him? Chris, call back, man. What the hell happened? 703, you're up. Hey, what's going on? You're on the line with Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with and where are you calling in from?
Hey, Kyle, it's Crimson Blood 22. How are you doing?
What's up, Crimson Blood? I'm not sure what the hell happened to Chris. He's up in New Jersey. That could, I don't know. You know, we were talking about Sopranos the other day. I don't know if he got clipped. Chris Moltisanti mad at him or something like that, but I don't know what happened. Crimson Blood, welcome in, man. Feel at home. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do remember the Sopranos conversation, so it is kind of apropos. But yeah, it's good. It's good to talk to you. It's Happy New Year. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah.
And I've been watching the show, and you guys are really killing it. I just have a couple of points to make really quick so you can get on to some of the other callers. But the first thing I wanted to say was I didn't get a chance to express this, but I really think our program was really fortunate to get these coaches with the little to lack of a transition plan, just kind of based on the whole scenario of how like things went down. I think we got really fortunate to get this guy. And the things that Coach DeBoer has inherited, I mean, I would just sit back and just kind of, I wouldn't know when the guy would really have time to sleep. And what he has done in a short period of time is extremely remarkable. And I'm just kind of blown away with the new landscape right now of college football. And I think this landscape, I'm kind of wondering as a whole, like as a collective, the Alabama collective, if there was a word that I would use to describe it, I would probably describe it, this way. We are completely concerned to not set a precedent. And that precedent is getting into the money game, because I think it's much easier for us to sort of assess and sit back and be more calculating and not so much be early adopters right now with this process. If we end up like just throwing money at these kids, we really don't know what's going to happen in terms of, the value and the production that we're going to get. I think the approach that they're taking is extremely smart, because I think they're coming in with a great system, and the system can work with a very good 4-star player. They don't have to get a great 5-star player that comes with all the baggage and the, the whininess and the sort of short-term temporary feel that they bring to the program. In some way, I'm kind of hoping that the system sort of takes the good 4-star player and the system sort of overrides us dealing in the whole NIL debacle. So I can kind of see why we're all just sort of sitting back and not really setting that money precedent right now. And then the third thing is, with this whole recruiting, the thing I'm looking out for is the D-line and the O-line integrity. Like, having all these great accessory players is wonderful. They're flashy. They sell tickets. But, Michigan won the Natty with offensive line, defensive line. They controlled the trenches. That was basically how they won it. And that's how we used to win them, like back in the day. So I'm really concerned about this recruiting staff going in and really solidifying the D-line especially, and then it looks like they're making moves in the O-line. And then finally, my last point, which I said it in a super chat, but I don't know if you saw it. I think I got your Halloween costume for next year. You guys keep on talking a lot about the Avengers and Marvel, and I personally think you would make a great Doctor Strange with like the whole blue get up and the red cape and the goatee beard thing you got going on. And here's the thing, Kyle, you could actually close the transfer portal as part of your gimmick to win some Halloween costume contests. So what do you think about that?
Man, if I closed the transfer portal, or if I had anything to really do with NIL, I might get clipped myself. There's so much money out there. So I don't know if I want to touch that. I don't like Chris, like something happened to him. It was just like the last scene of The Sopranos, which is crazy to me. So
went to fade to black.
No, I don't know. Good,
well, listen,
good.
Man, you have a great night.
Yeah. I appreciate
Thank you so much for all that you do. And, we all love your show.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Crimson Blood. All right. Take it easy. All right. Crimson Blood. All right. I think we got Chris back. Chris, are you calling us from the other side?
I made it, Kyle. I didn't get clipped.
Oh, all right. Thanks, man. I thought Chris Montesanti got to you.
Room.
All right, cool. Uncle Paulie with the silencer. It was crazy because people thought you literally, like, it was like the last scene of The Sopranos. So anyways, I'm glad you're not on the other side. I was going to ask you, what's it like? How you feeling? What's the transfer portal from up top? But anyways, all right, come on with it, man.
Well, just to finish, I think we gotta relax, because this is more money than any of us in this chat has ever seen. We don't know what these kids are, their financial situation is at home. Even if they have a good one, it's still, it could be money for their families for a lifetime. So, now we just got to get our money right, which we will, because the Bama Nation is big, strong, and very willing to support the program. So, that is that's why I was calling, because I saw like Coach Prime actually chirping about money. Give me a break, man. What do you think they were doing last year? They probably ran out of the NIL money. That's why they're crying. That's why he's crying. He couldn't pony up for Caleb Downs. Look, everybody's upset, that Caleb Downs, left us. But like I said, we got to put up. You got to put up that calendar. You want 3 more days to portal close, 2 more days to portal close, so we can survive. And one last thing I've been thinking of, Kyle, and then I know you're gonna have a lot more calls, but you know what you should start planning now that the channel is blowing up is in the fall, one of the home games, do a fan event. Maybe like the Friday before a home game, or during the day for a night game, and then I'd love to meet like you and all the coaches and Ty and Will and a lot of the guys in the chat. Not any of those trolls, but all the good people in the chat.
Yeah, we need. Well, what we were thinking about doing is having like a tailgate, right? That's sponsored by somebody, and then I could have my call-in show before the game, and then it would be like 3 hours before, and we have different people just come and rotate, right? And you come on in, you can buy like your merch or get your emoji badge of one of your favorite emojis or something like that, and we all get to kind of meet and greet, chop it up, and then we have the call-in show. So who knows? Maybe something like that will happen. I'm sure it will, but glad you didn't get clipped, man. I was worried about you.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. College game day with Kyle Henderson. I like it. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Crimson Saturdays.
Beautiful. Crimson
Saturdays with Kyle. There you go. There's your title.
Beautiful. Then we could all head out for some BBQ. So all this is what it is. I think this is a positive weekend. You know me. I still feel like the turn isn't going to come until we can land Ryan Williams, which I'm cautiously optimistic.
No.
And like I said, that tells you that the NIL is right, and they pay. He's coming to Alabama because he's getting a sack of money, just like Coach Prime, the Coach Prime emoji. Oh, going for a sack of money. Wouldn't you go for a sack of money? I would. I mean, so. So I'm looking at it with I'm feeling a lot better. We've all calmed down, but now we all just want that one, that brass ring is Ryan Williams. We're all gonna. I mean, I think that's the turn, and I love that that picture of those coaches out recruiting already. That's a good sign, because I know the coach Sean is worried that these guys, they're not going to have the access. But you know what? I think between Saban and Alabama itself, he's going to have plenty of access. It's just going to take a little time to get those relationships. And like I said, what's going to make those relationships a lot easier if Alabama gets the NIL money right.
Mm-hmm. And I think it could. There's actually something. I'll get to you on the other line, Chris, about this next topic, because I think I tweeted it out, or whatever I did, retweeted. And it's crazy because did you see this? This is it. This is not a news alert screenshot. We need a screenshot emoji, by the way. But it's about CJ Stroud, what he's doing now. Did you guys see that? I tweeted it out. So basically what he's doing is he's like a fan funder or like a level silver sponsor of Ohio State. And look at that. He's a platinum donor.
Wow.
This is crazy. All right. This is crazy. So what he is he is a platinum donor. This is CJ Stroud. So this is it. Announcement from the foundation. Proud that CJ Stroud is our first former student athlete partner to become a major donor. Pay it forward as he paves the way for next to come. Thank you so much for the support of the foundation, CJ. You are truly a Buckeye for life. The Foundation Ohio. This is an arms race, like a straight up arms race. This is crazy. So, but imagine if Alabama football players start to pay it forward. And I don't know if they already are. We have no idea who's donating or whatever, but we've talked about this before. Can you imagine all the NFL players doing this, paying it forward?
Oh, yeah.
Like what could Bryce?
I think they've made over
$1 billion,
like a 1.1 billion or something at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe this could be the saving grace.
Like
yeah.
that.
So, but this is the world we're in. It's an arms race. This is where we're at, and kind of load up. So, former,
you know who I put in charge of that?
Saban.
A guy you might know him. Nick Saban.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you ever hear of him? He could run that. I think he has the skills.
Can you imagine if Coach Saban came in and that was his new job? We have announced the foundation ran by Nick Saban, who's going to be in charge of contacting the former players that he played under him, running the foundation here at the University of Alabama. Check and mate. That's it. We just cracked the code.
Game on.
Coach Saban's gonna hit the he's gonna hit the phone and be like, Alabama players, mount up. It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Nick Saban was on the street trying to consume. All right, Chris, I'll catch up with you next round.
Brother.
All right, man. See you, man. Late. All right. Saban, regulators, mount up. Oh man, some search for the street. Yeah, and then it could go back and forth. Regulators. Oh man, that's what Coach Saban needs to do. You saw it. News before it's news. Kyle, I was hoping you were for my drive home today at work 30. I stopped listening to Feinbaum. Oh, there's a lot of people out there. It's all good. Drago. LBC. Oh man, Bama Blitz and Jarvis. What's up? What's up, everybody? I see you guys. Yeah, Carl. What's up, man? I hear you. Yeah, regulators, man. And that's a great, like, if you're out there and you're feeling funky and like a karaoke song comes on, if you can find somebody to go like back and forth. And Nate Dogg, I love Nate Dogg. And it was always sad. I was really sad when he passed away. Like Warren G and Nate Dogg, and Nate Dogg had that voice, right? But yeah, NIL definitely killing college football. And here we are. This is news before it's news. What's up, Kyle? Yo, Kyle, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Yeah, RIP Nate Dogg. Remember his hooks? Never leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I like West Coast too. It's all good. Yeah, Nate Dogg was something else. If you want to become a fan funder of this YouTube channel, I really appreciate it. Hit the hyperlink above this video, only $2.99, as low as 10 cents a day to support this channel. And when I have the coaches come on the back end, definitely show them the same level of respect and support them as well. I got Coach Sean coming on at 6 p.m. I got Jarek at 7, and I got Coach Smook on the late night tip. So and maybe I'll make an appearance on the late night. I like the late night tip. And then I got you tomorrow morning at 8 to 10, and then I got the Scout Will coming on tomorrow. Yeah, so I got Will coming on tomorrow, which would be pretty cool to have him to the show. And I'm actually talking with somebody else to come over and create content. So more on that front later on. So these are the headlines that we're tracking. I'm taking a couple more calls up until 6. So 713, let's do it. Hey, thanks for being patient. You're on the line with Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with and where are you calling in from?
Hey, Kyle. My name is William from Houston. How are you?
What's up, Will? I appreciate you calling in from Houston. Welcome on in, man. Feel at home. Go ahead.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I just started watching your show kind of recently, and it's just turned into a daily thing now. I'm like listening to it when I'm at the office. But, Yeah, I'm really optimistic about Kalen. And what's funny is for Christmas, my family got me a bunch of podcast stuff, and I was going to go on. I had all this stuff I was going to talk about, how Saban's going to win the 2025 season national championship because that historic 2022 class will be juniors. And I had all this great stuff, and then Saban retired. And so it's taken me a few days. But, you know, the portal losses have been tough, and it's been really disappointing to see you know, downs go and all that stuff. But I started thinking about it, and people need to remember the spring portal is going to open. And I think some people kind of forget that. But the portal is going to open in the spring, and DeBoer is hiring a bunch of people, you know, Josh Pace saying, you know, great recruiters and good guys, and your guys have been talking them up too. So I think there's a lot of things to be optimistic for. And I know that we don't have a ton of depth on the secondary, and I'm hopeful we get Jabbar Muhammad, but I really think when you stop and look at it, with, you know, the offense that we're likely going to have and the defense that we could have, there's absolutely no reason why we couldn't win the national championship this season. And I'm really pumped. And I'm really pumped against this first game against Georgia. I think that's going to be DeBoer's first test. And so, I don't know, man. I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe after this season, maybe we'll take a little bit of a dip. Kind of start to feel the loss of some of those portal hits, but he might just rebuild through portals, and it's just a little bit of turbulence, and we keep flying. So I don't know. Those were kind of my thoughts on everything, and but really optimistic about this upcoming season and what we could do after the spring.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the first three guys that he's brought in. I think we have a graphic of the first three guys: Austin Mack, Parker Brailsford, and Jeremy Bernard. I mean, you're going after immediate needs from the jump, and he's out there doing his recruiting in the class of 2025. And a lot of this, like, if you can land Ryan Williams, you are going to win over this fan base. If you don't, you're not going to lose them, but that's just kind of where we're at right now. The timing is crazy with Ryan Williams announcing on February 9th. Now, he still has to take his official visit to Auburn, which will be coming up. So, you know, we'll keep you posted on that. But I think with Coach KD, his work is cut out for him. He knows it. But I like the fact that he said on Fine Mom, he's not alarmed by the guys leaving, right? That was to be expected. And how could you not? I mean, with the transfer portal window and everything going on in college football, plus the GOATs leaving. So coming on in and hearing the players, like the photo that really broke the internet this morning was all those guys together, right? You're starting to see a team mentality take shape, whether it's 5 guys, whether it's 10 guys, whatever the case was. That morning photo with all those guys together, I like it. And they're going to get closer the closer that we get to the month of March, spring football. So the transition phase is never easy for anything that you're involved in. I can't imagine even taking over for Coach Saban, what he's going through in terms of, you know, having to win these guys over. But he's done that. I mean, you saw Tyler Booker, one of the leaders out on the team, says that, you know, there's no reason that these guys shouldn't compete at another high level. You look at we've been showing like formation graphics on both the offense and the defense. The guys are still there. I think the offensive coaches are actually better than the offensive coaches last year. I don't know about the defense, but feel good about the defensive hires that they've made. What else you got? What did you? I'm sorry, I missed your name. What was your William? All right, sorry, William from Houston. Yeah. Do you want to make a final point, William? Go ahead, man.
Man, there's really not much else. I think you nailed it, and I'm just looking forward to what the team's going to accomplish this year. So
is the 7-1 is a 713? Is that like Woodlands?
No, it's like OG Houston. Then you start getting 281, 346, 832. But OG Houston 713.
Yeah, because the 713, I know, like our my buddy Tony Sukalas, who covers Rivals, he's from the Woodlands, and his area code is 713. So I didn't know if that was like the Woodlands thing, but I guess that's OG Houston. So yeah, didn't get to make it to Houston this time. Maybe I'll get to go another opportunity. But William, feel free to call in anytime. I appreciate your support, man, and feel free to call in anytime.
Thanks, Kyle. Have a good day.
Yeah, take it easy, man. You too. All right, William from the 713. Appreciate it. 205. Try to get you in. Who else we got? We got a 205. All right, let's do this 205, and away we go. Hey, I appreciate you calling in. You're on line with Kyle Henderson, who I'm on line with, and where are you calling in from?
Hey, Kyle. This is Neil Skipworth. How are you?
What's up, buddy? Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Silicaga, Alabama.
All right, man. Welcome on in the show, man.
I was going to call. I heard something you guys were saying a while ago, and you was talking about Saban and the money. Wait till these kids start getting pictures from Mercedes-Benz. You know, but the portal is way out of control. I don't know. You look at what you showed a while ago with Ohio State and CJ, you know, them raising money. I mean, eventually to get a quarterback, a 5-star quarterback, with everybody having, you know, these top Power 5 schools, you're going to look at what the NFL. I mean, why go to the NFL? Somebody's going to pay you $5 million. I mean, because there's no cap on it. And eventually, when you start thinking what Texas is doing now, and then with what all these other programs do in Ohio State, I mean, all these schools are now loading up to pay the big bucks. And who's going to be the cutoff? You know what I'm saying? So, and then another thing that kind of ticked me off, all these Auburn fans think that this coach is the Harsin 2.0. Well, what they don't understand is when Alabama was going through all this stuff, now I'm 53 years old, and I remember it very well. It was a disaster. I mean, it was, you know, but at that point in time, Alabama was on probation also. Mike Shula couldn't recruit nobody. I mean, and then the way this portal's going, you can't really start to judge DeBoer even in April because he can't recruit in the portal any SEC players. So then everybody's going to be saying, well, he can't recruit SEC talent. Well, he's not going to be able to possibly, 2025? Am I wrong on that? Until the portal opens, after the playoffs are over?
Yeah, so the portal windows, I think we should make a chart of like where the portal windows are opened at. But what we know right now is the fact that this portal window will reopen on April 15th. But because of an SEC rule, Alabama fans will not, or Alabama football will not be able to go into the portal from like the SEC, which is just crazy. And then the next portal window will open basically at the end of this season. When is it? Like December, like 15th or something like that? So, yeah. Yeah, so that's the rules are ridiculous. And so is NIL. So compounded on, you're taking over the Alabama football program. Like Coach KD is like, I'm not going to say, you know, it's all stacked against him, but he's just like, these are the rules that are put in place. And, you know, you still got guys, but dealing with all this is just a real pain in the ass considering the rules.
Correct. And I think the SEC was the one that put that rule into place.
Yes.
That you couldn't do that. Yeah. So he's a double-edged sword. Well, listen, man, I broke my hip a while back and finally got over it. But it was, in a way, I found your show. And I have loved it, man. And two things I'll say, and I'll get off here. One, I love how you wait before you say a player's coming to Alabama. The biggest embarrassment I've seen some of these guys do when I've been watching is say a player's coming and turn around and he don't come. And your program, your staff, you know, the guys you guys are doing great, and it's like all the other callers are calling. I'm not watching Paul Feinbaum. I'm sitting here late in here enjoying your show. And then one last thing, I'll get off. I'm gonna close with this. The greatest thing, if I could tell Coach DeBoer, if he really wants to get through all this mess with the portal and all, winning solves everything.
That's right.
And if he can just people ain't expecting to win the national championship. If he can put a good program, put a good show on the field, you know, start with the offense and build his defense. Bama fans just gonna have to be patient. But I'm like some of these recruits. I think this year Alabama really has a good chance to win some ball games. And with that, I'll let you go. I just want you to know we enjoy your program.
Hey Neil, before you go, man, I have something for you, man. I just want to make sure that you know that you're in my thoughts with the broken hip, and I hope you get back on your feet. So thinking about you as you cruise that journey, and thanks for calling in from Silicaga, man. Appreciate you.
Man, appreciate it so much. You have a good one.
All right, you too, man. All right, Neil calling in. Appreciate it. Good call. So I guess this interview that everybody is talking about, no news on Noah Carter. T, were you able to watch were you able to watch this interview? Yeah. All right, hold on. That's 1 second. All right, so if you want to watch the actual interview with Ryan Williams, step away for a second and go to, I think it's on AL.com. They got a really big YouTube channel too. And that's what the interview had. I haven't seen the interview. I can't pull the interview over here because it's their interview. It's like their stuff. And there's copyright stuff. But yeah, there is an interview out there on Ryan Williams. So go check it out and let me know what we got. Coming up at 6 right now, we got Coach Sean. So if I didn't get to your calls, I will get to you next time. Don't hold it against me. I will be getting to as much as I can throughout the day. And a good reach me is always from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me and giving me your time. Coach Sean does a really great job for us right here at Bama Football on YouTube. Coach Sean, give me a thumbs up, man. You ready to rock? All right, we bring on Coach Sean. All right. What's up, Coach? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Roll Tide Road, everyone in the chat. Doing good. Blessed. Better than I deserve.
Appreciate it, man. I wanted to kind of walk you through what we're tracking, things going on before, kind of hand the keys over to you for the 6 o'clock segment. But right now, these are the trending headlines, and I'm sure you've seen most of them. But what we're tracking is you got the Ryan Williams photo gallery is out. And why is that important? Well, it's the full court press on Ryan Williams. And look, I got to say, for all the recruiting that goes down, Alabama's social media team is still fire. And this photo, I absolutely love it with the whole squad is here. Everybody, look, even little mama up in the front. That's the full court, that's legit. And they had them in uniform. So whoever thinks about these things from the creative standpoint, because you got to take care of it. And there's also an interview right now on AL.com where you can go and watch it. And it's an interview with Ryan Williams. So definitely check that out. We are also tracking Kalen DeBoer on the recruiting trail. We've talked about this before. How is he going to approach the recruiting trail? He just got here, but we've seen some good photos circulating around social media today that he was in St. Paul today. Him and Kane Womack were over there. And Juju Lewis, who is a 2025 quarterback who is committed to USC, he was offered today by the staff. Also, Tommy Reese has been hired as the tight ends coach with the Browns, going from the OC over here to the tight ends coach. And then Tyler Booker has a message for the fans, basically telling everybody, stay locked in, stay dialed in, believe in this program. KJ Lacey, we talked about that yesterday. He's a 2025 quarterback out of Maryland who made a surprise visit to Bama. And then Alabama now has 3 guys in under Coach KD. You have Austin Mack, Parker Brailsford, and Jeremy Bernard, who are in. And there was one other thing that maybe you should lead off with. And